Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen Lavenderclothesline, and in today's video we're going to talk about what has been selling in my eBay store during this record-breaking slow period of selling on eBay. I think this is the all-time ultimate slowdown on that platform, but no worries, things are picking up. And eBay to me is always a roller coaster ride. Ever since I started selling something like 9 years ago, I've been on eBay about 10 years. Things are up and down every day. One day I can sell over $700 or $1,000 worth, and another day under 100. So I try not to get my knickers in a twist and just keep going, just keep purchasing and selling, and it all works out in the end somehow. But today we're going to talk about items that I picked up that have sold through during this slow period, and also items that I picked up that I've just listed. Maybe I showed these items when I went thrifting in one of the Goodwills. I lose track, and they're probably listed. Right now I only have a few items left in the house to list. You know me, I'm very against death piles of any kind. I don't like clutter. I like to bring the items home, get them cleaned, get them processed, and get them listed. So today that's what we're doing. It's a gorgeous sunny day here in central Pennsylvania, and tonight I have a family birthday party to go to. So I'm gonna head up to Rogers, pick him up, and we're gonna go to a birthday dinner. Great way to spend a Friday evening. All right, all of that chit chat. Let me grab the items and show you things that I probably showed in a shop with me, and we'll talk about what I paid for them, why I picked them up, and then I'll probably add in a few screenshots at the end of items that I recently picked up that brought very good money, and also some other things that surprised me and sold through rather quickly. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get started with the haul. Okay, so I have played with the camera enough. I'm not too sure about the lighting here in my living room, but we're just going to go ahead and film, and hopefully if it is dark, Lisa can brighten it for me. So sometimes I like to set up the camera in a different room because I feel like filming in the same room can become very stagnant, and I never want you guys to become bored with my videos. So we are set up in my living room, and we're going to go over a few of the items that I want to show you and talk about. A couple of these I was very excited to find. So right out of the gate, I'm going to show you I think my favorite find of late. These are items that I find not too often, even though I live in Pennsylvania, and they are handmade quilts. So this is just a stunningly made quilt, and you can see it's a patchwork design. Now some of this is machine done and some of it is hand sewn. As you get to know hand sewing and what it looks like, you can usually tell the difference between an item that was hand sewn here in the United States compared to something that was done in a foreign country like China or India. When you find a quilt that is artisan made, I think this one is Amish made, I am just super excited, and I just think that these things are works of art. So I'm going to hold it up, I'm going to move back so you can appreciate the colorway, just the artistry that goes into these quilts. Can you tell I'm excited for this quilt? All right, let me open it up and stand back for you. It is a twin size. I can't remember off the top of my head. I did measure it 60 by 84. I think that's what it is. And this one is listed in my eBay store. So let me stand back and show you what this one looks like. So like I said, you can see it's a patchwork design, and then it has a border of a material that has musical instruments in it. So that is what that looks like, and then it reverses to an all musical instrument pattern on the back. And I just love when they use the sewing technique on the front. It's almost like puzzle pieces. I don't know what this is called. I'm sure any of you who are quilters out there will leave a comment down below to let me know what this type of freestyle stitching is. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. See this black stitching? It is all squiggly, definitely in a formed pattern. It reminds me of puzzle pieces, and I absolutely love this. On top of that, the way that I could tell that it was handmade is this little patch sewn on the back that says, made for Stephen Hopkins, pieced by Barbara Hannon, quilted by Lorraine H-A-R or H-A-N-I-S-H, Hanish. I'm not sure what that script says. 2013, all handmade. Binding on the edges, just beautiful. I think right now I have this on auction and I'm starting it at $200. What did I pay for this? $450, I believe. And I don't know if I caught showing this when I found it. As you guys know, a lot of times when I'm in the thrift stores and the store is busy, it's very hard to turn the camera on if you have to grab things that you find. Very excited for this piece. Not only for the profit that it'll bring, but that the quilt is saved, that somebody else is going to enjoy it. This must have taken quite a bit of time, so I'm very happy to have saved this quilt and pass it on to somebody else who can appreciate it. All right, so that is item number one. Let's keep going and see what else I picked up. These two next pieces, I can't remember if I showed these in a haul. I'm just going to show them again, so forgive me if I've forgotten, losing track of things. These are two Tinkerbell ornaments, just beautiful. Let me put my hand behind her, put this one down so that we get a good shot. Look how cute this is. And like I said, I might have shown these already. This is Lennox for Disney, or Disney with Lennox, a collaboration. So Tinkerbell's sitting on a flower, and this one is already listed in my store. And here is Tinkerbell again. And this time she is sitting on a snowflake. Beautiful condition. I'm always amazed when these items are not broken in the thrift store, because as we all know, a lot of times thrift stores are using bins and they're just throwing things into bins. So how this survived is anybody's guess, but I don't see any chips or cracks. All right. The next piece is also Disney. I don't think I've shown this one. I might have shown it when I was finding it in the thrift store. And it is this gorgeous cake topper, I'm going to call this. I think most people are using this as a cake topper. This again is Disney, and what does this sticker say? Cindy and Prince wedding figurine. Cindy and Prince wedding figurine. And of course it's Disney. Just beautiful. I don't see the date on here, but I believe Disney makes a Prince and Cinderella once a year. So there are different figurines for each year that they're made. I'm thinking this one is 2000. I did look this up. 2003 maybe? I'm not sure about that. Could be 2013. 2000 and something, but just lovely. And I will try to put the prices on the screen, or a screenshot of what my listing looks like. And I believe I paid about $5 for each one. This one I think I paid $10 for. So just lovely. We love Disney figurines. Very quick sell-through usually, unless it's really saturated. But Disney figurines are always a yes for me if there's no chips or cracks. I really try not to pick up items that have flaws, but sometimes it does happen. But the majority of my store, I'm really going for items that are in great shape. So sometimes I make a mistake, but we love a good Disney figurine. The next item that I love finding, faux fruit that's of high quality. So I did show finding this in Goodwill. These are 5 oranges in a mesh bag. And if I didn't know it, I would think these are real oranges. They actually have the stem, and the fruit has the texture it's supposed to have. It has the weight close to an orange. They're not the light, really hollow. I mean, they are hollow. There's not fruit inside, but these are so realistic that if they were sitting in a bowl, you would go to reach for one to have an orange. That's how good these are. So I always pick up fruit that is really realistic looking. I've done very well with apples, lemons, avocados. What else? Grapes, not so much. I think grapes are kind of like in the past that people wanted, like grapes dripping out of compote bowls. But citrus fruit, especially lemons, oranges, things like that, limes, always do well for me. So right now these are listed in my eBay store. I think I paid $3 for these, and I'm asking $18. So that is what this item is all about. Next up is another item that is pretty plentiful here in Pennsylvania, and that is Longaberger baskets. I'm sure we're all familiar with these. Now, years ago, these used to bring much higher amounts of money than they do now. But when you get a good one, meaning that it's either an Easter one, a Christmas one, holidays, when they have lids, when they have a placard on them, and when you open them up, if they have the top, and there are liners. Sometimes there is just a clear plastic liner. Let me see if I can get this out. Here we go. Sometimes there's a cloth liner, sometimes there's both. Longaberger baskets are very collected, very highly collected. Even now, they used to be more collected in my opinion, but they are still quite sought after on eBay. So this is what it looks like. This one will tell you what basket it is. Christmas Collection 2003 edition, and this is the caroling basket. So I guess you took this caroling with you with snacks in it, and the bottom is always signed and dated. All right, guys, so as you know, I always claim that I don't pick up bells. I think the only bells I've picked up are the glass Fenton ones and, of course, the vintage or antique jingle bells. Jingle bells I pick up more readily than the regular, what do we call that? A regular hand bell, I'm going to say. I don't even know what they're called. But everything changed the other day when I was in Shillington Goodwill and these bells came out. This is Lladro, L-L-A-D-R-O. That's how to spell it. And they came out in these boxes and they wanted, I think it was $2.99 a bell. So I paid $3 a bell. Now, like I said, I don't like picking up bells. I don't think bells sell through well. Do Fenton bells sell? Yes. Are there bells that I'm sure do well? Yes. I just don't care for bells. So why did I pick up what I'm going to show you? All right, so I didn't pick up one bell. I picked up a whole lot of bells. I think there were 10 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Lladro bells. I don't know. They're in great shape. They were in the original boxes. Some of them haven't even come out of the boxes. And they were sequential, meaning that Lladro put out a bell a year at Christmas time. So 1999, 2000, 2001, and these are in sequential order. And my mind said, okay, for the 10 times the 3, this would cost me $30 to buy in, and I felt like I could get around the $100 mark from them. Total chance. I don't know what I'm basing that on. There are comps for lots of bells, the Lladro bells like that, and I did see that, but I'm going to sit on these for a while, but I felt like somebody's going to want these. So a box of bells, don't pick these up if you see a single bell and say, oh, Lavenderclothesline says to pick up, ceramic or porcelain bells. No, I'm not saying that, but I am saying that I'm going to take a chance on these because I felt like this exact pickup was good. There was a lot of them. They were sequential. They were in great shape. In other words, all the stars aligned. If these had some kind of flaw, if they weren't sequential, if they weren't Lladro, I would have quickly walked away and left them behind. But I grabbed them, and I will report back on Instagram how I do with my lot of bells that I didn't really even want to pick up. The next item is a wall sconce that I saw that reminded me of the house that I grew up in. Now, that's not the sole reason I picked it up, but I think that's why my eyes spotted it so quickly. I'm pretty sure we had a very similar light in our bathroom. So I grew up in a house that was Victorian. I believe the year of the house was 1876 or 1856, something like that. And it was a wonderful house to grow up in. It had, I believe, if I remember correctly, Canadian maple floors that were just to die for. And it had all of the wonderful features and just beautiful quality workmanship that Victorian houses are known for. So there was a little, I think we called it the hall closet or the dining room closet. It was a closet that was so big that it had a window in it and it had built-in seating to sit and put your shoes on. We had the swinging door between the dining room and the kitchen. The kitchen had one of those latch opening fold down ironing boards that we really ironed our clothes on. What else? There were just all wonderful features in this house. As you climbed up the stairs to go to the bedrooms on the second floor, there were stained glass windows set in, so it was almost like you could sit on the windowsill in these stained glass cubby windows. I think there was one window, and just a gorgeous house. So my mother was a lover of the Victorian style. Sometimes it was a little over the top, like in our family room, we had red flocked wallpaper. That was a little much. But this light really caught my attention. Pretty sure that we had this same light in the downstairs powder room. And while I didn't appreciate this style when I was a teenager, even though it's still not my style, I can appreciate the love of Victorian items. So this is not a true antique. This is 1977, but the quality of this sconce lighting, it's a two-armed Victorian wall sconce, just beautiful. So as you can see, the shades, very ruffled, very ornate, beautiful, beautiful. I hope these screws are in tight enough so that I'm not losing a shade and cracking it. And I believe this is brass. I'm not sure about the metal. It does look like brass to me. I'll show you the back. And the reason I knew it was 1977 is because it says it inside the plate. So when I see something like this, even though, again, I always say I'm over shipping lamps, I would absolutely pick this up all day long. Thrilled to find it, thrilled that the shades are in gorgeous shape. Again, in Goodwill, this stuff gets broken so quickly. So that's why I picked this up. And I will be sure to report back to you guys of what this brings. You know, I was just thinking that I should call this video, "Don't Listen to Me because what am I talking about?" You know, Longaberger baskets is not something that I'm picking up all the time, and yet when I see a good one, I pick it up. Bells, I always proclaim, I don't pick up bells, I don't buy bells, and I just showed you guys a large lot of bells, and haven't I always said I'm over shipping lamps? So there you go. How reliable am I? I don't even know. But this lamp, I couldn't leave it behind. Just beautiful. So I think I have a really good lot of items that I just showed you. I'm very hopeful that they're all going to bring great profit. And now in this part of the video, I want to show you a few items that I picked up and what those items brought. Recently, I showed a plate from Greece, made in Rhodes, Greece, that I picked up. That was just like 2 videos ago, and that thing flew out of my store. So I wanted to make special note of that in case you find one of those in the thrift store. And that's why I do these videos. I like to show you guys what I'm picking up, what is selling through, and what kind of profit it is bringing. And that's what I do over on my Instagram, Lavender Clothesline. I like to report back to you guys of items that I showed, you know, that I picked up in thrift stores or yard sales, estate sales, and what kind of profit these items really brought. Because when we watch, and I watch also, YouTubers show items that they're picking up, I want to see the complete story. I want to hear what they paid for the item, how long it took to sell. Disclaimer, I'm long tail, so my stuff often takes a long time to sell, and what kind of profit that item brought. So anything that I tell you about with the sold price, just know that eBay fees have to be paid, packaging materials costs if you pay for packaging materials, income tax has to be paid on everything you earn. But in the end, this is a great way to earn a living. I am still having a wonderful time selling on eBay, even though the month of March was especially slow. All right, let's keep going. Let me show you the items that did sell through. And as always, go out and get what's yours. So this first item flew out of my store. It was a gorgeous platter that I found on the bottom shelf of Goodwill. This is Lladro's pottery. It's hand painted and it is from an island in Greece called Rhodes. $129. So thrilled to have found this plate and saved it. I couldn't believe there wasn't any damage on it, and it has shipped out. Just lovely piece of pottery. Next up is a lamp that I've had for quite a while, but I did want a good price for this lamp. I thought it was especially good. $113.40 made me very happy, and I was able to dismantle it, take the shade off, and to unscrew the top arrow part and pack it in a regular 12 by 12 by 12 box. So that is a great thing when you can keep larger items into any box that's going to come in at that cubic foot. I believe I paid $4.99 for this lamp. Next up, I always talk about Ralph Lauren vintage sheets. I had 2 of these. One buyer bought both for $43.20, so together $86.40, and I believe I paid $2.50 each, so $5 into $86.40 all day long. I'll do that. Here's a set of vintage ornaments, little plastic tree ornaments. Roger had gifted these to me, and I listed them, and they did receive a bid the first time around, but unfortunately the bidder never paid. That is a reality on eBay. eBay does not hold the funds in any bidder's account, which would be very nice if they did, because the whole bidding can go through and then the buyer won't pay and you have to start all over again. So they did sell for $40, but once again, I will have to list them. Next up is a group of Historia etched wine glasses. I did pick up quite a large lot of these types of glasses. I got champagne glasses and wine glasses. Quite a few lots have sold through. I don't remember what I paid for them. Not very much. I'm going to say pennies on the dollar. This set of 4 of them, $53.55, and I believe I have another set that sold right after them, 6 of them. This is the champagne style, $67.05. So far, I think I've sold 4 or 5 sets of them. I'm going to say for over $200 now, and collectively probably under $20 I paid for all of them. Here is one of my favorite cooking pans to find. This brand, Le Creuset, is a winner every time for me. So this little pan is a 2-quart saucepan in a brown color, and it brought $63. The next one that sold right around the same time, $70. And I paid only a couple of dollars for these pans. I found 3 of them at the same time. Here is a candle box. I believe this is a candle box I found. And what did I pay for this? I think I paid $5.99, and it sold through for $33. Linens. Can we talk about linens? I sell more pre-owned linens than you could imagine. Here's LL Bean flannel sheet set. I love LL Bean for flannel, $89.40, and collectively the set I believe was $4.50. Okay, Proctor Silex Citation Atomic Stars coffee pot. When I find these, I grab them if they're in good condition. And yep, I do pour water in them to see if they percolate correctly. $67.50, and I paid $3.99. You do have to be careful with vintage coffee pots and check on Google if there is a recall. There are quite a few coffee pots that are dangerous and have recalls. So if you go through all the trouble of cleaning it, testing it, and listing it, there is a chance that eBay will take it down because of a recall. So you do have to run a Google search. You can do it right in the thrift store to make sure that your pot is not going through a recall. All right, guys, so that is the video for today. Thanks so much for joining in. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, Lavenderclothesline. And if you're looking for any of these items, my store link is in the description of this video. So all you have to do is drop down the description box, and the link to my store, Lavender Clothesline on eBay, will be there. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours.